All right, here we go. We're doing some scan and identify with TCG Player. Best way for bulk. I use the Scan Snap IX 1400. Does pretty well. Got the perfect settings. That's what I use for. Then TCG Player is always really good for bulk and just getting rid of stuff. And if feedback on the stream is always important with sounds, audio, visual. Still very new at the live thing. If you guys got any questions, you can If you catch this live, ask me live. If you got any questions, if you catch us on the recording, leave it in the comments. I'll get back to you and see what I can help you with. I've been doing this for about, was this November? Good solid year since this early January, but I started last year in April. First batch done. Like I said, we're just doing bulk today. Yesterday was all the EXs. Today's bulk. Ever since they came out with this scan identify, amazing. I have only a few thousand cards of inventory on my store here on TCG. And once that happened, I'm 7,000 plus. All the links are below. And I do feed my scanner one side, and I always start with the name down because it tends to catch the image better. Obviously, you got some images it just doesn't identify. It's the second best setting. Right now, I'm doing all Paradox Rift, so I don't have to worry about making sure I got the wrong card from the wrong set. All my cards are separated by set with bulk, and I pull out all the trainers, set those aside, and start hammering through the bulk first. Do have a eBay store. Find certain cards are good on eBay, and certain cards are good on TCG Player. Two different sellers, two different ways of selling to different buyers. My eBay store is PokeOC LLC, PokeOC LLC. I do set all my base prices at $1.99, free shipping, fine shipping, all that good stuff. 5,400 listings on there, categorized. Could do better with the category. Sometimes I forget to fix the category. But my super bulk I always put on TCG Player. I do put some on eBay. I see which one moves. You know, TCG Player is like wholesale pricing, as they say, which is true because you can get a penny card in here and sell it on eBay sometimes for $1.99, especially if you use real scans. But this is live is more for just making sure all the audio's good. Hopefully the video's good. Testing out my Stream Deck settings. Gotta get used to just talking. I think that's the hardest part is when you switch to anything online and you're just talking into the screen and the mic, you know, even if there's no one there or there's people there, you still just gotta talk. But now that those are identified, move back to the matched catalog. I do always verify listing prices and sort by most from listing price high to low. And just to make sure that everything I have is, all this is Paradox Rift, common, uncommon. So there shouldn't be anything too expensive in here. And I just scroll through and make sure that everything is Paradox and regular, no random Cosmos or so forth like that. Fix those prices once we push to the inventory, and yeah, pretty good on there. I always push to staged, and then I use my price listings. All my price listings are TCG Market. If you're selling cards for a penny, you know, after fees and everything, you're losing about probably 10-15 cents a card. Unless you're trying to just push your number up, get the level 4 seller, so you get all the extra stuff. Makes sense. There are lost leaders out there, and that's big. And when you do retail, lost leaders is a kind of thing, right? Like maybe someone will buy some penny cards from you, and then they'll see you have other cards, and they're willing to spend a little more because you have a good variety. I go, so once everything's identified and pushed, I go to my inventory, import inventory, staged. And from here, because I'm just doing Pokemon, filter, search, make sure you're on stage too. And there's gonna be a couple cards because I had to identify them that I gotta fix. And we just matched TCG Market. We're gonna resave it and move to live, my search results, and they'll go live. So I'm gonna bring up, sold some penny cards, get the accurate shipping and self. See if I can find it. So prime example. I sold 2 Charterdettes. I probably butchered them. For 10 cents was the product amount. Shipping is $131. So you get a 141 order. Out of that 141 order, you got 91 cents. That's going to be deposited into your account from that order. It's going to be under an ounce. So you pay 74 cents shipping. And then, at least for me, I've figured out that my cost of goods on one envelope, which includes the penny sleeve, I use a card saver. I find it to be the same as top loaders. That might do ship and sell anything under an ounce. It's going to cost me $1.07. So on that order, at 91, so I lost, was at 16 cents. It happens. I was testing it out. And what you hope for is like other, when someone uses, like, they try to buy mass cards and they want to buy from less sellers, it gives them the option to condense their order, and they might pay a little more, but they're going to get less on. when I buy something on TCG Player, I always do that. I'd say for the most part, if the price isn't too far off, I don't want to pay a lot of shipping. If you want 10 cards and they're all penny and you want 10 different buyers, buy it from 10 different sellers, you're going to pay $13 in shipping just to get 10 penny cards, where you can maybe spend $5 to get all your cards a little more pricier, but you're going to save money. When it comes to tracking your cost of goods, I look at it as, I spend $100 and that $100 turns into more than $100, then you're profitable. If you start tracking every single card you sell, that's up to you. But I'd probably go crazy, because you can buy, let's say you buy 1,000 cards for $5. That'd be 5 divided by 1,000. So each of your cards is half a penny. So if you sell it for half a penny, you buy it for half a penny and you sell it for a penny, you're eventually gonna just go a little crazy trying to keep track of every card. So if you start with 100, let's say you start with the $5, you turn that 5 into 10 with all those cards, then after shipping and so forth, you've made money. That's at the low end. But you're hoping to get those trainer cards or good cards. You never know. There's sleeper cards in every unsorted box you buy from Facebook or eBay. I wouldn't really. eBay's good if you're buying like huge amounts of bulk, but most likely it's sorted. If I were to sell all my bulk and you bought it all, you would get it in alphabetical order for the most part by set. But I do like the Scan Snap IX 1400 though. I got it from a micro center. So hence my name, PokeOC, located in Orange County, California. And I thought it was a great name because if you ever watch PokeOC, Brian over there, PokeOC is from Nebraska. PokeOC, Orange County, California. Made sense. And I was very shocked that nobody had PokeOC, especially as a .com, because there's so many Poke food places around here. Some of them are called PokeOC, but they don't have a web browser. It's kind of off topic, but this thing really hammers out my cards based on my settings. And I'll share those settings after finish this little batch. Trying to do too many at once. Trying to do too many at once because you don't want to sit there and scroll through 1,000 cards. If there's a bunch wrong, you gotta fix them, or they're unidentified. Try to stay under 200 at a time. But any feedback on the audio, videos, always appreciate it. I already know that my communication style is not there yet because it's not used to talking like this on so forth. It's kind of funny because my normal job, I talk to people all day and I work in a retail environment and I deal with customers all day long, and I got no problem talking to my employees or whoever it might be. But as soon as I get online, I think that's most people. Becomes you know, not scary, but you get a little nerve wracking because people are worried to get judged and so forth like that. All right, we'll finish up with this. We got 100, it was like 170 something. So on my scan snap, I'll bring it back over here. I open my scan window. I have card scanning, which is for TCG Player, just scan identify, don't need to share pictures. Got double-sided scans, so I get front and back, and use that for eBay, because I do myself when I buy, I like to make sure I can look at least the scans and so forth. And then I'm still working on TCG quick list settings. I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but you can hook up a scanner to TCG Player quick list, and it creates this setting for you. I'm trying to get used to it because scan identify doesn't have everything yet, and usually, so I do a lot of Japanese Pokemon also in English, and I do Dragon Ball. I do all the TCGs and baseballs and a little bit of everything. So it's trying to figure out if it's faster to do the scanner or if it's faster just to scan each card under the have the V4K scanner they recommend, and you see a lot of other people using it, and then it's just worth it. Plus, you can use it if you want to do, like rip open packs. You gotta set your whole area up and so forth like that. But it works great for identifying, and then all the foil cards that aren't Pokemon are sometimes hard for the camera to pick up. So hopefully, scan identify from TCG Player gets better to other sets. I know it's growing, but it'd be much easier, much nicer. But for my card scanning on the IX 1400, my profile, do not rotate because it scans with the name down into the scanner port, simplex, which is one-sided. And under detailed settings, JPEG, title just random, whatever time or day. And so when I scan, I use color mode automatic, image quality best. If you do excellent, it's really slow. Excellent is good though for eBay. I don't see too much of a difference between best and excellent, so I kind of stick to best for eBay. And basic corrections. File size, medium. I don't see too much of a difference between, medium, high, and high. And I haven't messed with low. Don't need to. But I haven't messed with these either. It just, medium's kind of been where I've sat at and stuck there. Continuous scan. But that's my basic settings for this, and it's nice too because I don't have to keep clicking scan. I could just hit the little scan button on the scanner, and it just keeps each batch of cards pumping through. I'll go back and add some more cards. So I mean, you got Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, and Disney. I cannot wait till they do Japanese Pokemon on scan and identify. I just can't wait. It's going to be amazing because I got so many of those cards too, but I'm sure it will come one day. I did email them and supposedly they're working on it. So let's add all our scans and hope that because everything I'm doing right now is just near mint and normal, no reverses. All my reverses are in different batches. My hollows are in different batches. EXs are in different batches, and then cards under like $10, I'll scan through. And anything over $10, I manually put in. But I do appreciate any feedback below, good or bad. You can like it or dislike the video. It just only helps me get better. You can see here we got 1063 listing price. And let's move the prices up. So should be all Paradox. And I like do by set, like I said, because I can just visually see that it's all Paradox Rift. It should be all common, uncommon, and so I shouldn't have to worry about anything unique. Sometimes though, like on these ones, like this Iron Bundle, you know, it's nice that it caught that. But I've noticed sometimes on those kind of cards, it doesn't. There's a lot of abilities and so forth. It has a hard time matching it. It'll like make it a Cosmo, or it could just be because I'm not using excellent settings. But hey, everybody's got their personal preference when it comes to how you add things or so forth like that. I always do overwrite just in case. Everything should be good. Back to my other tab. I accidentally hit back on that, but still in stage. We'll search. And while it's doing that, I always delete my scan batch. On Snap Home, I always make sure to delete this so I don't accidentally upload cards I scanned previously. And so 170. One reason why I go to staged is I do this in case I did accidentally leave in the old scan batch, which means I have to delete it, re-add it. You know, first world problems, right? See all these sellers for 1 penny. It's just not worth it. And even at 5 cents, it's not worth it, right? But when it comes to bulk, you know, if I can get 30 cents, I need to move the bulk, I need to get rid of it. But I would like to get my cost of goods down because, like I said, 74 cents for 1 ounce or less. And then obviously a penny sleeve is 1 penny. That's 75 cents. And then currently my card savers are 16 cents each. Then my envelope I use, which is a Amazon Basics envelope. It's was it like a 6x5 or no 6x11 or something like that? I'd have to double check. You literally fold your paper in half and it fits in there perfectly. It's a imitation envelope, so it's perfect. And then I calculated my paper at 1 penny, and then I use I print labels. I don't use stamps, so it's like 20. I messed up the math. Hold on. Yeah, like I said, $1.03 is $1.07 with my label. So selling pennies ain't gonna help. Yeah, I mean, either with TCG like live marketplace prices. You know, a lot of people do 10 cents, 25 cents. Maybe I would do 20 cents if you're more established online. It's one thing I did lag on for the last like 2 years is getting online, and I deleted my YouTube, got the right names. I've been folding all my names into PokeOC and PokeOC LLC because my website's PokeOC.com. I've also been listing singles on there too, because with no eBay fees, and then a free shipping for the singles on there. But it's I made a program, as I use Wix, and I made a program that will identify the cards for me, picture, name, and card number, and then it will create me a Wix CSV that then uploads it. I can then upload it to Wix into a category, and then like on the actual website, it has I can actually just go on there and I can. So over here is my PokeOC.com. And so yeah, Pokemon singles. These are all the singles that I list, and I have a program I made that will do this for me, and then it uploads my CSV to this category, and then it's free shipping. So I have a special shipping category. Then Japanese booster boxes and so forth like that. Got one supplier in Japan, and then I have slabs that I've collected or have acquired through buying collections. I do buy collections at 70% market price though. People say yes or no, but hey, it's a lot of work to sell a collection. English Pokemon, I'm out of everything except for some. I got packs left, but a lot of sleeves and all gone. And it's hard to get when you're not a big timer. So a lot of these came from my these are my personal from a couple years ago. It's kind of what got me off the what are you gonna say? It got me going. I do blog as much as I can. Also, just little things that I find useful, and it's good to have the information out there. You can always contact me. And oh, we're not going to sign into this one though. So back to here. So everything is good. We're saved. Then we're going to move to live. My search results. And boom. Those are now in, and then I have my boxes next to me, all sorted out. And then I'll have to safe sort A through Z, and then I'll sort all my. I have a box. It's a 2800 count box that says need to sort. And once I sort them, alphabeticalize. I do not sort alphabetically. Because you can download. I download my pull sheet, and then I pull all the cards alphabetically, and then I build the orders. That's what works for me. Down the road, I probably will sort my inventory by set. It's just easier for me to pull all the A's, all the B's at once, and then switch it out to whoever the order's for. But in general, going normal pace, I can get like one order out, but that includes the order, packaging it, putting it in the packaging material, putting it in the envelope, printing my label. I have a custom program I made for that too, which connects to Easy Post, so APIs over there. It's built exactly how I want it. I'll probably showcase that one day. Might be able to see if I can get it. But here, I made this myself, and yeah, that's my PO box, so it doesn't matter if you see it or not. But I paste it, it then parses it with AI, it fills out everything I need automatically, and then it's built-in 1, 2, 3 ounces, envelope 6 by 11. The API connects to Easy Post. I can do non-machinable. I added that in, gets my rates, and then pick 74 cents, prints my label, and I'm done. So it does save a lot of work. Yeah, you can do, there's all these other things. You could do your stamp. You could, you know, like hopefully TCG Player one day gets like eBay, where you could just, you know, even though they're owned by eBay, hopefully they do the, one day I would hope that they do the purchase label from TCG Player, save a lot of time. That's pretty much it for some listing. Getting late for me. I gotta get on here earlier. But yeah, if you got any comments, questions, hit me up. I'll respond. And you know, feedback's always important, so I appreciate it. You'll have a good one out there. Bye.